Today topic is parabola. You will be learning about the parabola in 15 minutes. So this is covered mostly in the CBSE syllabus, class 11 parabola topic. What is parabola? A parabola is the set of all the points in a plane that are equally distant from a fixed point and a fixed line. Okay, I will explain it with a diagram. Okay, let's take a fixed point that we are calling as a focus. Okay, and also take the fixed line. Okay, now randomly we are taking some points like P1, P2, P3, P4, like that, so many points. Okay, if you measure the distance between the focus and the point P1 and from the P1 to line, from the point to line distance means it's always perpendicular distance. Okay, not with fixed point on the line. Okay, it's a perpendicular distance to the line. Okay, so now the P1 point is having the equal distance from the focus F and to the line, P1 to the line. So P1 to the line. Okay, now I'm taking another point P2. This point also having the equal distance from the focus to P2, P2 to line. Okay, so these two distances are same. If I take randomly any point like P of some xy point, okay, that is also having the equal distance from the focus to that point to the line. Okay, so if I try to join all the such points, okay, having the equal distance from the focus and the line, okay, then focus to the point and point to the line. Okay, that is the condition. So the points which satisfy this condition, okay, if we join all the points, that we are getting a parabola. Okay. You may ask the question, okay, so why do we need to define the parabola definition like this, and why do we need this? Okay, you can answer such a way that, so if you throw a ball in the air, okay, that ball is following the path of a parabola. Okay, so we don't define the definitions and the real world physics, right, that won't follow to us. Okay, so real world is existing with some kind of phenomena. Okay, human or man, right, trying to understanding them and defining some definitions. Okay, if you observe that whichever the ball throw into the air, right, that path of the ball, right, it is following this one. Okay, then we understanding and define the parabola. Okay, such kind of projectiles is maybe useful, okay, to us in the real world. That's the reason we define the definition from the real world existence. Okay, this parabola will be symmetric over the sum of the axis. Okay, that we are calling the axis for the parabola. So this is the axis for the parabola. Okay, and we are calling like fixed line, right? That line we are calling like a directrix. Okay, that fixed line we are calling directrix to the parabola. Okay, so other point where vertex, right, that is the minimum or maximum point, mostly like a minimum or maximum point where it will take the turn. Okay, so the parabola is a symmetry about the x-axis, right, and it start taking to another turn, right? The turning point we are calling the vertex of the parabola. Okay, so these are the typical names which used for the parabola. Okay, when you come to the applications, okay, already I told you, right, when you throw an object in the air, that's the missiles. Okay, so and many applications are there. Okay, so other things you can see in the dish antenna. The shape of the dish antenna is the parabola. Why? Because, right, so whenever the signals fallen onto this antenna, okay, it converges and focus to a single point. Okay, then that single point we have the receiver, and it will take all the signals which are fall on the parabola shape, and then it will come to the bottom television or something like that. Okay, that's why dish antenna. And if you see the torchlight front, right, there's a light and shape of the around the light will be there. Okay, that shape is parabola shape. That's the reason, right, when that light is coming out of the parabola shape is a very straight line. Okay, so now we will derive an equation for a parabola. Okay, so let's take the parabola and let's mark the vertex. What is the vertex? Where it is taking the direction of the parabola. Let's take the vertex. Okay, and we will take vertex as a origin in the coordinate system. Okay, so why you have to take the origin as a coordinate system? Actually, real world, okay, if you see, right, so if you take the x-axis, this is and y-axis, okay, so parabola need not to be have at the origin like this. So right now I have taken parabola at the origin like this. Okay, this is the origin O 0 0. I have taken parabola like this. It need not to be there like this. Okay, so you can take it anywhere like this. Parabola maybe like this, like here, or inclined like that. Anywhere it will be there. Okay, suppose you are designing a dish antenna. Okay, So we needed a equation for the parabola, okay. For simplicity, for simple form to get right, we will always simplify the problem, right? So if you take the origin, you can take anywhere in the coordinate system usually, right? Okay, so if you take origin here at the vertex like 0, 0, okay, then the problem will get simplified, okay. So we'll get the simplified formula for that, okay. That's the reason we'll take the origin as a vertex as a origin in the parabola, okay. So I've taken what, and I can tell the axis, this is the axis of the parabola, okay. Now what else we required? We need the y-axis, okay, and we have taken the directrix line at the distance of A. Let's take a distance of A, we have taken the directrix line. That is a parallel to the y-axis, right? Okay. Now, we need to have the focus, right? Okay, the focus also having the same distance from the vertex A distance. Why it should have the same distance? That is the definition of the parabola, okay? So, the vertex point also is there along the parabola curve, right? So, the point from the vertex to the focus and from the vertex to the fixed line should have the same distance, right? That is the definition of the parabola. That's why the distance from the focus to the vertex also having same distance A, okay? That's why if you take the point, first we'll write the point like x-axis and y-axis, right? Like x-coordinate and y-coordinate, right? So, x-coordinate is the A and y-coordinate is 0, right? Now, I'm taking any point on the curve of the parabola, that is P of xy, okay? So, this is the point xy, okay? So, if you are writing equation, right, always we will take random point on the curve that we are calling like xy. If you find some relation between the x and y, that's called the equation of the parabola, right? So, to find that one, what you do, it should have the same distance from the P to F and P to fixed line, right? So, let's mark these points like M and B, okay? So, this point is M I have marked and this point I marked as a B. Now, it should have the fixed distance, say, equal distance between P and F and P and B, right? Now, let's mark these 2 points like MB points, okay? What is the M point, okay? I have taken the origin as a vertex 0, 0 here, right? From 0 to here means is a minus A, right? And y is still 0. So, it became like a minus A and 0. And if you take this point, I have taken a random point like xy, right? The y coordinate is same here. So, it is not changing because it should be perpendicular distance to the y-axis, right? The x-coordinate, if you see, it is the same, okay? It is a parallel to the y-axis. So, the x-coordinate is minus a y, okay? Is it clear? You have any questions here? Now, what is the condition for the parabola equation? The distance between the f and p, fp equal to pb, right? So, that is the condition, fp is equal to pb, okay? Now, if you find the fp distance and pb distance, then we will get the parabola equation. How do you find the distance between the 2 points? How do you find the distance between the 2 points? Okay, it is if you have the x1, y1 point and another point is x2, y2. How do you find the distance? We will find something like x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, okay? So, this is the derivative formula for the distance between the 2 points. This is a simple derivation, so you need not to remember also. Okay, so this is the x1, y1 point and this is the x2, y2 point, okay? If you want to find the distance means, so this is the hypotenuse distance is the distance, right? Then here x leg, it will become like x2 minus x1 and y leg will be the y2 minus y1. So that it is if you use the Pythagoras theorem and you will find the hypotenuse of this one. That's why x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square becomes square root of it, okay? fp square is equal to pb square, right? Why I did this square both sides? Because I want to eliminate the square root on the both side of the equation, nothing else, okay? So, now I write the x distance, x coordinates, right? That is x minus a whole square. Similarly, y minus 0 is y, right? So, y square on the left hand side, okay? The right hand side, x minus a, x minus of minus, it will become plus. So, x plus a whole square, y minus y will become the 0, right? So, if you expand the both side of the equation, right? So, is a square plus b square minus 2ab plus y square will keeping, and x square plus a square plus 2ax. Okay. So here both sides, many of the terms get cancelled here. So x square term cancelled, a square terms get cancelled. We'll get like y square, and this minus 2ax if we send the other side, it will become like 4ax. See, this is the only reason we have taken vertex as the origin. With a simple formula or simple equation we got for a parabola is y square is equal to 4ax. Okay, how simple this equation you see here. If we just know the a is the distance between the vertex and the directrix. Okay, if we know the distance, then we know the equation of a parabola. It's just y square is equal to 4ax. Okay, then where the origin is, at vertex is the origin. Okay, y square is equal to 4ax, right? So here what is the a? It is the distance between the vertex and the directrix length. Okay, so we derived this equation. When we are deriving this equation, we have taken parabola is a symmetry about the x-axis, right? So whichever the equation showing like y square is equal to 4ax, right? This line is symmetry about the x-axis. Okay, so this is the equation we derived right now. Y square is equal to 4ax, and this parabola is the symmetry about the x-axis. Okay, so you may ask that, right? That's how do you know that this equation only showing like this? You can see here very clearly, right? When we are writing an equation like this, which is the larger number, x is the larger numbers, right? And also for the negative value of the y and positive value of the y, okay, always x is positive. Why? Because it is a y square, right? Even y is positive 2, positive 3 is a x is positive. Even y is negative, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 also x is positive, because minus 2 square it is, right, to become positive. So x is always positive here in this kind of equations. That's why, right, the equation is turning towards the positive side of the x. Okay, and now the equation showing y square is 4ax, whichever is not having square, right, like x is not having the square, right? So it is a symmetry about that axis usually. You can remember that way. Simple terms you can remember that way. So here x is not having the square, so that it is a symmetry about the x-axis. Okay, so if I write the equation like y square is equal to minus 4ax, it is a symmetry about the same x-axis, but the parabola is shifting towards the left side. Why it is shifting left side? So if you send this negative side, this side of the equation, always it having the negative number. Y is positive also, because y square will become positive. Again negative it will come, that sign it always the negative side. Then even y negative also, y square will become positive. Again this sign will be always be negative. That's why the parabola is on the left side of the equation. It will be there. Okay. Now we see the parabola equation symmetry about the y-axis. So we will get the reverse way the equation, like, right, x square is equal to 4ay. Earlier it is y square is equal to 4ax. Now x square is equal to 4ay. If you derive also, you will get the same equation. Okay. So you remember I said, right, wherever the y is not having the square, right? So then this parabola is the symmetry about the y-axis. You remember that way. Okay. So for the negative and positive value of the x, y is always positive. Okay. That's why the curve is moving upwards. Okay. Then it has the minus 4ay. The curve is always showing the downwards. Okay. So these are 4 formats of the parabola's equation. Okay. What is the Latus spectrum? This is a very interesting one. Why we need to know about the Latus spectrum also? Okay. So Latus spectrum is the wherever the focus is there, right? If we draw the chord, okay, that is a parallel to the y-axis. If we draw a line, this AB length we are calling the Latus spectrum. Okay. So AB length is the Latus spectrum. So why we are calling the AB length as a Latus spectrum, right? In the equation y square is equal to 4ax, this 4a is the length of the Latus spectrum actually. Okay, Latus spectrum it is. I will prove that. Now the 4a is the equivalent to the AB length. Okay, let's take what is the AB length. So it is the AF plus FP. It's the symmetry of this parabola, right? Always with x-axis. So that AF distance twice it is there. Now what is the condition of the parabola? The AF must be equal to AC, right? So FA. So this distance must be equal to AC distance, right? What is the AC distance? We know the AC distance because the directed line having the A distance, and again to the focus it has the same A distance, right? So totally AC distance is 2A, right? If you want to know total AB, it should be twice of the FA, right? So twice of the FA, so 2 times of 2A, it will become 4A. So if you write an equation of the parabola like y square is equal to 4ax, this total term like 4a term, whichever the coefficient of the x, okay, that we are calling the Latus rectum, okay. So Latus rectum is the just chord length of the parabola at the focus, okay. That's all. I think these are the theory of the parabola. Now we can solve the few example problems to understand the better, okay. Now we can solve very easily these problems, okay. First you need to draw the diagram, then immediately you can find they ask to find the coordinate of the focus, axis of the parabola, equation of the directrix, and the length of the lattice rectum, okay. So what is the first problem, okay, it is y square is equal to 12x. As soon as see the problem, right, you just compare the equation with y square is equal to 4ax, right. So if you compare with 4a equal to 12, what is the a value? 3, right. So I said right very clearly, when you have the x, okay, and you have the y square, the parabola is the symmetry about the x-axis, okay. So this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis, okay. So, and it's a positive sign, there is no negative over here. So the parabola is this way, right, okay. And what is the a? So if you take the directrix, I will take with other color. So if you take the directrix, okay, this is the directrix line, okay. So the distance between the directrix and this is a. What is the a here? 3, right. So this is the vertex 0, 0, and this is the focus f, okay. So how much distance focus and this vertex? Also a, right. So that is also 3, okay. So now what are things he asked, okay. Coordinate of the focus, okay. Focus coordinates, it's a comma 0, right. X-axis a comma 0, right, and 1. So a is 3 comma 0 is the focus. And next, axis of the parabola. X-axis is the axis of the parabola, okay. So x-axis. Next, the equation of the directrix. What is this equation here? For all the values here, how much? So it's x is equal to minus 3, right. At x is equal to minus 3 is the directrix. Next, what? Length of the lattice rectum. Okay, lattice rectum you need not to do everything. Okay, whatever the coefficient of the x, right, that is the length of the lattice rectum, 12. Okay, see how easily you can solve this, right? See here, what is the lattice rectum? The length of the chord at the focus, right? So this one, this distance, right, is same, right? Okay, so this distance is a 6. Okay, it should be, and also double, right? So it's 12. So you need not to do directly, you need not to do this, all this, right? You can directly take the value of the 12 as the lattice rectum, okay? Because the 4a is the lattice rectum, right? So now we will solve this one, okay? So what is this one? Y square equal to minus 8x, okay? First, so the square for the y, so x does not have any square, so that it's symmetry about the x-axis, okay? The value here, it is a negative, okay? So directly you draw the diagram like this, okay? So this is x-axis and this is the y-axis. So the diagram is negative and the directrix line is something like this. So this is the directrix. So if you draw the diagram, so you can find out easily the rest of things. First you draw this diagram, okay? Now you compare with 4ax, right? 4a equal to 8. Remove over the negative sign. A is equal to 2, okay? So what you need to find? Focus, right? Focus is, where is the focus? Focus is standing here, right? Okay, so this is the 0, 0 point. So focus is here, right? So negative side is the focus. So it is minus 2 comma 0 is the focus, right? And the axis is, x is equal to 2 is the axis, right? And what else? Axis is the x-axis. Length of the lattice rectum. 8 is the, let's directly, okay? So lattice rectum length is 8. Directly you can take it from this equation. Let's see the next problem, okay? Now we will see this problem, okay? What is this? X square equal to minus 9y, okay? When we have the y, it's a symmetry about the y-axis, okay? So, but it is negative sign, so the downward curve, okay? Downward curve, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis, okay? and the directrix line is this way, right? This is the directrix. Okay, so now what do we need to find here? We need to find the focus. Focus is what here. First we compare this equation with the x square is equal to minus 4ay. Okay, so 4a is equal to 9, a equal to 9 by 4. What happened? This is the focus, right? So here x-axis is 0 here, and y is how much? It should have this distance. So this distance is 9 by 4, and it's the negative side, right? Down of the y is negative side, right? So minus 9 by 4. It's the focus. What about this? This has constant y for the entire line, right? So the equation is y is equal to positive 9 by 4, right? So this is the distance of the 9 by 4, right? Okay, so it's 9 by 4. Then axis is y-axis. Okay, yeah, that's all. This is another set of two problems. We need to find the equation of the parabola from the given condition. Okay, so let's solve these two problems. Okay, here given the focus, 6, 0, and the directrix x is equal to minus 6. Okay, it's clearly showing. Okay, so it is there on the x-axis. The focus is there on the x-axis because y is 0 here. First draw the coordinate system like this, okay, so that you'll understand that x and y you mark it. First mark the focal point, like this is the f, how much? This is 6, 0. And also you draw the directrix line, x is equal to minus 6 line it is here, right, around. So it is here. This is the x is equal to minus 6 line, right? Isn't it? So this distance is 6. So this distance is 6, okay. Now, what is the general form of this equation, okay? So the parabola will be there this way, right? So the parabola will be this way. So that, what is the equation of that? It's a symmetry about the x-axis, right? So that x will come like this. Whichever the symmetry about the x-axis, it will come like that. Then it will come as a y square, right? Equal to 4ax, right? So here 4 into, what is the a here? 6, right? And x. So 24x. So the equation is y square is equal to 24x. Now let's solve this problem. So here given the directrix y is equal to 3 and the focus 0, minus 3. Let's draw the first diagram, okay? We'll understand this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis, okay? And the focus is given 0, minus 3. So x is 0 and y is minus 3 here given, clearly given negative side of this one, okay? 0, minus 3 will come over here. So when this one comes, the negative side focus, and directrix is the positive side he has given, right? So positive y is equal to 3. So this y is equal to 3 line, okay? So I'm clearly showing that when focus side only, the parabola will be there. So the parabola shape will be this way, okay? So where it is meeting here, the 0, 0, right? So when you are writing this equation, symmetry over the y-axis, so that y will come, right? And another term is become x square is equal to 4ay. Is it 4ay or minus 4ay? It's a minus 4ay. It's because the curve is downside, right? So minus 4ay. So now a, you know, what is the a length? Okay, it is a 3, right? This side is it's 3 and this is also 3, right? So minus 4 into, what is the 3 here? Put it 3 here. So 12y. Okay. So x square is equal to minus 12y is the parabola equation. If you like the video, press the like button and share with your friends. If you have any questions, write the comments section. Okay, I'll try to address them. Thank you.